The Golden State Warriors just suffered a crucial loss versus the San Antonio Spurs. They are now the 6th seed with the possibility of falling all the way down to a potential 8 seed in this year's NBA playoffs, and they would be in the play-in tournament. Right now they're okay, but man, their next game is very, very important, and they need Memphis to lose. Look at this play. So they're going to run a give and go fake DHO as we get it off to Harrison Barnes. We're going to go right around him, fake that dribble handoff, and honestly, for being completely real here, Jimmy Butler plays great defense, right? They're going to fake the handoff. Jimmy stays locked on like glue and gets a really good contest with this fadeaway 3 from Harrison Barnes. And the shot ends up falling, right? This is a crucial loss. But listen, the loss didn't come from this. The loss started when you allowed a massive run in the 4th quarter. I want to show you guys exactly what happened. Now, it started right here. Warriors up by 12 with about the entire 4th quarter to go. And this is when things really started to go south, right? We're going to get a cross-court pass here by Chris Paul. Jimmy Butler is going to bite down on this roll to the basket here. And Chris Paul makes one hell of a pass, right? All the way to Harrison Barnes in the corner, who ultimately finishes the run, but actually started it here too with the 3. And then from here, things went downhill. Now, listen, I really was excited about this game because I was like, yes, we get to see the Warriors in crunch time. It's very, very close. Let's see them close it out. Okay, now, not only did they not close it out, they almost did. It was very, very close. I finally got to see Jimmy Butler take over, which is something I really wanted to see. Can you put up a 25-point night? Yeah, he can. So, that is something good. But ultimately, how bad is this loss? It definitely makes things interesting. Look at this play here by Chris Paul. Kind of gets right by the initial defensive pods, puts the defense into a blender. We got to play better upfront defense in this right here. Whenever you drive by a defender, you create rotation. Whenever you create rotation, you put your defense in a blender in non-stop rotation. Boom, right? We get the weak side defense to rotate over from Jimmy Butler, which rotates him there, and now you have basically 2-on-1 with Moses Moody to the top left of the key. Chris Paul manipulates the defense, finds an open shooter, and once again drains another one. Now, what's crazy about this game, guys, is now they need to beat Portland on Friday, and that Clippers game on Sunday, the last game of the season, is going to be vital. And here we go again, 4-point game. We're going to get Chris Paul driving to that baseline. We're going to come up, act like we're going to set that screen, get Harrison Barnes to the corner, push Champagnie to the top right of the key. And as we act like we're setting the screen, you can see Steph Curry kind of give him that baseline because he knows he has that strong side post help. So it allows him to go baseline. Now we, again, have that 3-on-2 situation here, which puts us in a really tough situation on the weak side of the floor with Jimmy Butler and Pods. And look at this, right? They move the ball or move off the ball so well, cut Keldon Johnson and keep the corners open. Chris Paul kicks out. Now we rotate from that weak side corner with Jimmy Butler, and now once again Harrison Barnes ends up being wide open in that corner. They swing it, wide open 3, and just like that we have a 1-point game. The Warriors look so good, up by 12 going into the 4th, and 2 minutes later they're down by, or the Spurs are down by 1. I mean, you cannot allow this to happen. Now, it wasn't all bad. I saw some really crucial baskets here by the Warriors. I mean, right here, we're going to send Steph Curry to the corner. We're going to act like we're setting a screen, which is going to initiate a little bit of a double team from the defense, or not even a little bit. They try to point switch. Nobody switches because Steph Curry is such a deadly shooter. They send 2. Now, we're playing, right, 2-on-1 basketball right here. So give it to Draymond, have him drive, rotate the defense, and find Jimmy Butler either open in the corner or off that weak side roll to the basket, right? So Draymond drives, brings him in, he stays to the 3-point line, and we see a big time shot here by Jimmy Butler. But things from here just didn't get much better. I mean, they got a lead, and then they got a rip, right? Now fast break transition opportunity over the Spurs, down by 4. Look at Devin Vassell over to Champagnie, drives in, layup, up, and good, and 1. Now you got a 1-point game, right? Steph Curry Curry hits a floater high off the glass. That was a big shot, in my opinion, to put them back up by 3. And then, man, Stephon Castle, man, this dude was an absolute beast. Was a little bit passive in this game, or towards the end. But what is this defense? Nobody steps up. Wide open 3 off the double drag. I mean, again, you cannot be doing this, right? Double drag. We're going to get a guard screen and then a big screen. This big needs to be here, because if you're not here, we're going to stop and pop for an open 3. Or Jimmy Butler needs to fight over the top. And if you fight over the top, yes, you might be giving him the inside leverage to the paint, but you got to trust your defense is going to rotate over. Stephon Castle, big time shot here, cuts his lead into 0. It's a tie game. 5 minutes left to go. Now, before we break down any more, guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join the family if you're new, guys. Comment down below P2 if you want me to break down their next game versus the Blazers, and most importantly, their next game versus the Clippers on Sunday, man. It's going to be a fun one. So let me know what you guys think about this game. I mean, man, very, very tough, but let's dive back in. Once again, right, we get pods on the ground. Castle gonna kick it over to Sandro. He's gonna fake a pass over to Shapenny, get Steph Curry off him. We get no rotation, a ton of separation for their big, who does have that ability to stretch the floor, and he gets a friendly roll here in Golden State. And what sucks about this is no De'Aaron Fox, no Wemby. They were able just to do this with pure grit, pure grind, and pure just this is a playoff game for us. One of the last games of the season. Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, and the Golden State Warriors are probably one of the hottest teams in basketball right now. Let's do whatever we can to win this game. More top locking, as you can see right here. Look at them top locking Steph Curry over, or not even top locking him. More just over pressuring him to the point where, hey, if he accelerates, he's going right by you, rips through. Quick layup, up and good. Warriors back up by 1, and then a steal, man. This was a tough steal. Let's go back. So Steph tries to kick it to a wide open pods. Again, Castle almost rips it. Draymond stuck on that baseline, doesn't know what to do. Could probably go back to pods if he wanted to, but decides with 3.8, you know what, I'm going to Steph Curry, and boom, again, Stephon Castle's there. This dude is going to be an absolute stud, man. He's going to be an absolute stud as he drives in, creates that rotation from Draymond, finds an open shooter in the corner who stops, gets the guy, Draymond up in the air, open 3, up and good, and now they got a 2-point lead with a couple of minutes left to go. They get fouled, Draymond to the line, a nice little bucket there by Keldon, or a block by Draymond that ultimately goes in the other direction. Luckily for the Warriors, I believe Jimmy hits 2 free throws, and then Keldon Johnson bodies up Draymond. I mean, does an incredible job down low, hitting this shot, tying up the game. And what happened from here? So they get this isolation with 16 seconds left to go. Stephon Castle, Steph Curry, isolation, tries to find Keldon, and he gets a massive, massive layup to go. That was a huge one. Look at this. Look at Draymond kind of lulling to sleep right here over Stephon Castle. We get behind the defense, fit it into that passing lane. Draymond gets fouled. He goes to the line, and then ultimately we get the game-winning 3 by Harrison Barnes. I mean, it was unbelievable. This game sucked if you're a Warriors fan, and man, the next 2 games are even more crucial. Instead of being able to rest the guy maybe on Sunday, these games are vital. So let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe. This one's tough, but it's not the end of the world just yet.